Hey guys, Gary's Good News Only here for the end of June 2021. Lumber prices, New York Times says lumber prices in the futures markets are down 45% from their peak. They have slipped below $1,000 for the first time in months. But however, between 2009 and 2019, the average price was around $400 per thousand board feet. But we have had 12 trading sessions in a row where the price has dropped, and we are now settling down about $900.80 as of last Friday. So lumber prices come down. Some of the new construction should kind of settle down in terms of prices and demand. Secondly, Forbes says that the Biden administration is easing federal mortgage lending rules to give student loan borrowers a better shot at getting approved for a mortgage. I know that is pretty much every millennial has that issue. So that's good to see that they may have a better chance of getting financing. Now, speaking of millennials and baby boomers are very upbeat about the current housing mortgage market, rather. However, only a minority of these buyers think that the market will continue this strong for another year. The Buying Behemoths of iBuying and Open Door has published its report from Wednesday, and it shows that a total of 71% of Americans think it is now a good time to sell homes, which is good because we need a lot more homes on our market. Yahoo Finance, mortgage rates have plunged to the lowest rate in 4 months. We are seeing it go down a lot here, and it has gone down below 3% for the fourth week in a row. So certainly is good news for everybody. Now let's talk about my favorite topic.
Coronavirus! Coronavirus!
That's right, Cardi B, it's coronavirus. COVID-19 deaths in the U.S. have now dropped down to less than 300 a day. That's the first time since this thing even started. So we're down back to early March numbers. When this pandemic really didn't even start until really April. It started a little bit at the end of March, but it was really April when the numbers started hitting. Over 150 million Americans now are fully vaccinated, so that's certainly good news. Now, if I asked you in 2020 what was the leading cause of death in the United States, I think most of you would say COVID virus, but you would be wrong. It was heart disease and cancer. So coronavirus was only the third leading cause of death in the United States. And that's if you count all of their numbers as being accurate, because we do know that we had a lot of motorcycle deaths and suicides and drug overdoses that were counted as coronavirus deaths. And a lot of researchers believe it's about 40% overinflated. However, what are your biggest killers today? It is not coronavirus today. Now it is accidents, chronic low respiratory disease, strokes, Alzheimer's, heart disease, and cancer. So it is still plummeting as to the cause of deaths. Now, need to remind you that some people are trying to scare the crap out of you right now with this Delta variant. But let me be sure you understand, these are the same people who are screaming now that the Delta variant is going to kill you are the same ones who missed the B117 variant. And they were also screaming about it. But ever since they mentioned it in April, cases have completely plummeted. There were just less than 4,000 cases reported yesterday in the United States, less than 4,000. We were averaging that number in Colombia, or actually in South Carolina, just a few months ago. Now we're only having 4,000 cases, period, in the United States. Lowest 7-day total since March. As of 6 a.m., June 23rd, 151 million Americans are fully vaccinated. We're at 45.4% of the country's population. 37.42% of the population in South Carolina is fully vaccinated, but over 65 in South Carolina is 75.2%. That is the most at-risk area or group of people in South Carolina, and 75% of them are vaccinated. Now, the 7-day rolling average, without even counting that low 4,000 yesterday, it decreased another 7 or 6%, down below 14,000. I've seen a number for average 7 days. We've seen the average getting down as 11 and 10,000 on some. But that is a decrease of almost 95% since the heights of this. Test positive now, only 1.8% of people taking the test even test positive, 12.8% decrease in hospitalizations. So everything continues to look up and bright. COVID virus continues to wane. So hopefully YouTube won't get mad at me for telling the truth once again here, and to let this one actually stay up. Y'all take care and have a good weekend.